Okay, so in this video we are gonna see some of the operations that we can perform with the matrices. For example, addition, their product, their division, and matrix operations like we have inverse, transpose, determinant, and all those things. So let's get it started. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a few matrices first. Let me create A, 1, 2, I have 5, 6. You can enter extra spaces, it doesn't matter. MATLAB knows it. Okay, so I have A. Let me create B. I'm going to create B 3 0, comma 9 1. Okay, let me create one more. I'm going to create of different dimension, maybe 1 comma 2, and D 1 comma 1 4 6 comma 3 9 2 something. Yeah, great. Now let's see how we can add or subtract all those operations. Well, as we have studied in mathematics, you have to have you can do certain operations in matrices even only when their dimensions match. So for example, if you try to multiply, let me try to multiply A and D, what happens? Okay, yeah, it worked. We can do that. Dimensions agree. What if I do with C? It didn't work. Why? Let's see. What's the size of A? Okay, it's 2 2. What's the size of C? It's 1 2. Oh my god. You see, in mathematics we studied that the size, the column of the first matrix has to match with the row of the second matrix, but here it does not happen with A and C matrices, and that's why MATLAB throws an error. So you need to keep that in mind when you perform calculations. Okay, so let me do A and B. Okay, let's see how we add A and B. Well, it's just pretty simple. That's it. All you need is plus sign. You want to subtract? Well, go with the A minus B. And you wanna multiply those two. Here you go. Well, in MATLAB there are two ways to multiply two matrices. One is like the way we learned in mathematics, and the other way is element wise operation. Let me show you what I mean. So this is how we learned, this is the way we learned in the maths to perform matrix product. But a MATLAB has another thing called element-wise operation, and this dot represents that element-wise operation. So by writing A dot asterisk B, I mean multiply A matrix with B element-wise. That means okay, where is my A? Okay, let me show. A is here, B is here. So what A dot asterisk B will do, it will multiply this element of A with this element of B, and then this element of A with this element of B, similarly this element with this one. You understand what I mean? So it's element wise operation. It's not like what we learned in the mathematics class. So yeah, this is what you get. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 5 multiplied by 9 is 45. So it basically multiplies two numbers in the same positions in the two different matrices. Okay, what else do we have? Come on. We've done addition, subtraction, product. Transpose. So if you want to take a transpose of a matrix, let's say I have a matrix and I want to transpose it. What I can do is I can just type apostrophe just after it, and it will give me the transpose of that matrix. Is that true? Oh, hit enter. Okay, great. Yeah. So you see, transpose basically changes the row, interchanges the row and column, and that's what it does, and that's what it did here. Okay, perfect. You can also do it this way. Some people, I don't know, like what's the basic difference, but like both of these work fine. So if you have, do we have something? I guess. Let me check the size of D. It's 2 by 3. Perfect. Okay. Let me take a transpose here. This is how it works. But it does not make a difference. You can see that. Okay, what else do we have? We have element wise operation. Okay, if you want to calculate the determinant of A, let's say, we just write dit, that's it, dit parenthesis A. And if you want determinant of B, let's see what we get. Wow, that's 3. Interesting. And yeah, you can also notice that every time I calculate something, the answer that I get gets placed inside default variable called answer. But if I want to store it somewhere else, let's say I want to store it somewhere called answer, that's my, no, that may confuse. So I want to store it, let's say inside div. That's my that's our name for my variable. I want to store it inside div, the determinant of, let's say, D. Oops. Okay, fine. I cannot find the determinant of that matrix. Oh, perfect. Okay. I want to find determinant. I want to store determinant of matrix A inside div, and now you can see the answer does not get stored inside answer matrix answer variable, but it gets stored in the div. That's what I specified. So if you do not specify, the answer is gonna get stored in ans variable. That's it. Okay, perfect. What else do we have? Eigenvector and eigenvalues, and rank of a matrix, and inverse of a matrix. So inverse is pretty, all these are just keywords. All you need to do is type the keyword and the matrix with which you want to perform that operation. So that's it.